All right, Dan Skillings Jr.
Dan, how much different does this feel now? From a year ago, you've got experience in the system. You added probably 20 pounds, whatever it is. How much different does prepping for this season feel than a year ago?
It feels similar, very, very similar as last year. I think last year I struggled a lot with a lot of things, and playing the game of basketball was very hard for me last year. Still is, but I was playing the game thinking a lot because I never wanted to mess up or I didn't know how to do things. This year, being a sophomore, learning from Coach West, I know how to play the game without thinking as much because I know what I'm doing more. So it's a lot more understanding this year, not as much hard or easy, or it's not easy. College basketball is not easy anywhere you go at this level, but very excited for this season and the upcoming, and it's been great playing with the team and listening to my coaches and worrying about the season.
By all appearances, you guys seem to get along, at least what I'm seeing on Twitter and the different interviews and things like that. Is that the way it is?
Yeah, man. As soon as they got here, we all just gelled. All the old guys from last year, and then when all the new guys came in, it was no oh this or oh that. We gelled really easy. Everybody gets along. We all crack jokes with each other. We all talk to each other and chill with each other. We all go to each other's rooms, talk, chill. It's not just, oh, I see you when we're on the court. That's it. Off the court, we gel so easy, going to coach's house or just hanging with each other at our places. So yeah, we really do gel together. I love these guys.
What do you feel like the biggest jump in your game has come this offseason as a guy who you are still kind of relatively in years-wise new to the game of basketball?
I think I jumped the most in defense, and that's why I feel like I needed to make the biggest jump in my career if I wanted to go to places I wanted to go and to help this team the most I can. And I think working on my defense will help our team the most and our success, and help the coaches as well. So I think I improved the most on defense for sure.
Wes coached you really hard last year. Was that difficult for you to take, or is it part of your personality that you kind of welcome that and look forward to it? It didn't seem to bother you.
Yeah, I welcome that with open arms. That's the reason why I came here, man. It was the most realist and truthful coaching staff I've ever been a part of, and they keep it real with me. They didn't hand me out anything, and they told me they were going to be hard on me, and I like that because I know it's real love. If a coach ain't being hard on you, or just not talking to you as much, or not worrying about you as much, it's not a good thing, So it's all love when the coaches get hard on me because they want to see me do great. They want to see me get better, and they want it to be better for our team. So now I love when the coaches are hard on me for sure, man. It just shows how much they care about this program, me as a person in general, and they don't just care about on the court stuff, they care about off the court stuff too. So they're there for me there in basketball. So I love the hard coaching, yeah, and I can handle it very, very well, very coachable.
Kind of following up on what Russ said, but you haven't been playing for that long. When did you realize, when did it click for you that you might be a high-level Division I basketball player?
It took a while, like 8th grade, 9th grade of high school. I would just play for fun. It was fun for me at the time, and it still is. It still is very fun at the time. But it was something fun to do, and I just did it with my friends in the neighborhood. I went to a public school, and I didn't really start taking it serious till where my mindset was thinking about NBA. I always, even before I started playing basketball, I always thought about, I want to go to the NBA, I want to go to the NBA, all the time, but I never really put it in perspective, can I actually get there, So not really till after my junior year summer in high school. That's when I was okay, because I had my trainer, Coach Kenneth Jackson, that got with me my sophomore year, and he's been trying to prep me for this level because he thinks I can make it to this level and higher. So really my junior year of high school, after that summer, I was okay, I gotta really take this serious. This is gonna be my life more than anything else, before anything else. So God first, of course, and the family in here, but junior year after summer, yeah, I really took this serious.
Jizzle James has a unique family background. What impresses you most about who he is as a person?
Man, he has a lot of energy. I thought I did this energy stuff. Like I thought I had all the energy and no one could beat my energy. But Jizzle, man, he has such a good positive vibe to him, smiling face, man. Stuff I love, positive things, man. And he's active. He wants to learn so bad too. He's doing so good this year with us, man. He works through it. He's very coachable, and he just brings a positive, shining light to practice every single day.
Coach talked about it in Kansas City about how Victor Locken has expanded his game. He's been shooting about 40% from deep. Just talk about what you've seen from him in terms of growth here over the summer and this offseason.
Yeah, man, Victor, he's a hard worker. He really cares about our progress this year and this summer, and he really cares about how much we're going to accomplish this year. And we might need him to take some threes, you know, like set a screen, pop, and shoot a three. And he's been working on his game every single day, and we see it. If I'm going to walk the lift, I see him in the gym at 9 a.m. shooting. Like, he's really working on his game, and everyone sees that, and everyone appreciates that, how much he cares for our team, because everyone knows we got big things to do this year.
Wes has mentioned the depth and experience of his team. How has that helped with your development during this offseason?
I mean, everyone on this team, everybody knows how to play. Everybody knows how to play together. Everyone gels on the court and off the court, like I said earlier. And everybody just makes the right play. There's no sticky hands. There's no selfish things. Everybody on this team is very selfless and just want to. We want to be a March Madness this year. As simple as that. And we know that's gonna only happen if we work together and have a lot of teamwork.
How have you guys handled Aziz and Jamil's situation? They're still practicing, but
Oh yeah, we just open them with open arms, man. We want the best for them, you know, and we just work every day and keep our mind on every day and not the future or the past. And we just practice every day. After practice, we worry about the next practice, and we keep it like that.
Same question as Simas. Have you been able to throw a lob that Aziz couldn't get to?
To who?
To Aziz, that he couldn't reach. Have you thrown one over his head?
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think one time, and that was just because it was like my first lob I threw in a while. So like, not really. He catches those anywhere, really. Seriously, he can catch them anywhere, and he surprised me a lot so far.
Is there any one that stood out where you thought there was no chance and he?
Yeah, I probably threw it like top left, back or top left, and he like grabbed it like this, and like it was wild. It looks freakish, very freakish. He's nuts. He's really good at the game.
Good to have him on your side as opposed to when you had to go against him?
Of course. It's great to have him on our side, man. I love it, and I'm looking forward to everything he's gonna do well. But I did lay him at Utah Valley, though. He knows that, and I always bother him with that. So I gotta lay him over him for sure.
As a follow-up to the Aziz question, last year in the AAC tournament, you had a finish over Jamil and did the too small. Have you guys talked about that at all?
Yeah, I talked to him about that a little bit too. I never even, like during the game or even after the game or when he first got here, I didn't even realize that was like on him. And then someone had sent me a clip, and I heard it said like too small on Reynolds or something like that. So I sent him the clip, and I started laughing. This was very recent, like probably like a month ago. But yeah, I messed with him a little bit on that. Like that's an iconic little picture I got of him.
He's a lot bigger than you.
A lot. Very.
As,
sir.
as the headlining player of West's first class and just trying to establish the West culture and the culture that you bought into as a recruit, do you feel any pressure to kind of make that sophomore leap this year, and has that kind of funneled into your work ethic throughout this offseason?
Anything you want to do, like to get to a really, really, really high point in your basketball career and a really high point with your team, it's going to be a little pressure for sure, or it shows you just don't care. But I care a lot about this team and the coaches and our players and our success. So yeah, there's some pressure, but I'm just looking forward to getting after every day with my team and listening to the people in our circle, which is our basketball team and our coaches, and blocking out all the other noise or anything else like that, and just keep moving on.
Wes mentioned a couple weeks ago about how Jizzle and Rayvon have been basically living in the gym since they got here, where he's had to tell people to kind of close the gym. Just talk about what you've seen from those two guys. He kind of says it reminds him of a guy like David DeJulius, who was always in the gym getting a bunch of sweat in before, after, during practice. Have you seen that resemblance a little bit?
Yeah, they shocked me a lot, and I've seen them in the gym a lot of times. It makes me question myself. I'm like, I gotta get in there, and these are freshmen. Like, I gotta get in there. And yeah, man, they're hard workers. They really want it for this team, and they really want it for themselves too. And Like I said, man, before practice, they're in there. After practice, they're taking extra shots. Sometimes they get in there late night, and sometimes I can get rough on your body, so that's why probably Coach West said that. But that's a good thing. If Coach West, the head coach, is trying to tell you to get out the gym, it's a very good sign. It's a very good sign.
DayDay is a bit of a blur with the ball. How much does he change everything offensively with his ability to kind of get down the court and put pressure on the defense?
He's a fast guy, super fast, faster than anyone I've ever guarded, and I don't think we can ever get pressured with him. Seriously, like, I don't think if we're bringing up the ball and they try to pressure us and get into a 2-2-1 or whatever it is, or a 1-2-2, I don't think we can get stopped. And we got very good guards on this team and a very smart team. So, and he just blows it up with his quickness and his smartness within his experience.
Let's say hypothetically you played a Big Ten team in a scrimmage that you're not allowed to talk about. Was that the DayDay that you're talking about? I've heard he handled the pressure in that hypothetical situation very well.
We see it every day in practice. Every day in practice, we see how he responds from pressure and how he reacts from pressure. And even if it goes bad, we see how much he responds. So he gets right through it, 100%.
Very political. Good job.
Yes, sir.
Anything else? All right, thanks, Dan.
Thank
Thanks,
y'all.
Dan.